Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Ever since Kashim Shettima, the Vice President of Nigeria, dropped his views and intention about what is going on in the Tinubu-led administration concerning the suspension of an elected governor, that he doesn't even have the right to, sack a councillor. How much more an elected governor? There's been a lot of reaction going on, judging the fact that Shettima is actually in this dispensation. And of course, in all of that, of course, the likes of it threw quite a shade on the Senate president and all actors involved in the successful suspension of a sitting governor, including the judiciary, even though he took time to explain that. Check our playlist to get to see the full video on that. But let's see where Shettima has actually opened a can of worms, as it has given room for others also to speak. Coming from the Green Chamber, one of the sons of River State have decided to open up. This introduction is powerful, is catching, is filled with a lot of message. And I think, as it is right now, Fubara may be having a rethink. Even if he's not going to make it public, a lot is happening. My colleague is in the house. Let's watch this video. We're going to look into a lot of issues that is going on in River State right now that is not made public yet. Do watch the video. We'll come back for more.
Chairman, I don't know. You had challenged me to introduce myself properly. I don't know if this is the right opportunity. But I think maybe we can leave that for another day. All right. Chairman wants me to introduce myself. Yes, very simple, man. Our G Nombek Dagomie Abiante. I represent a very wonderful set of people. The only unfortunate thing is we have continually, perpetually been marginalized and oppressed. We have a record that is not so pleasant, but we are defenders of the truth, and we don't run away from it. The very first state-sponsored kidnap took place in my constituency on the 19th day of September, 1887. That was the kidnap of King Jaja of Opobo aboard a British naval ship by the British colonial government. I represent Andoni Opobo Nkoro Federal Constituency, the only state without a democratic governance as we speak. I come from the state of emergency. Having said that, my chairman, I bring you good news from my people, and they say I should also let you know we have been discussing farm. Nobody has remembered the scourge of sea piracy that has kept our people hungry. We are fishermen.
All right, welcome back. You've heard what the honorable member said. What a very powerful introduction. He's from a state of emergency. Powerful, I must say. A state, the only state in Nigeria that is not having any democratic structure. Quick one. Wike, the FCT minister, former governor of River State, and the suspended governor of River State have reconciled. The only reason why he was suspended was because, there was warring parties, the political parties refused to reconcile. They have reconciled publicly. They have gone to introduce themselves publicly. They have said all is fine. They're doing well. Up till now, Iba Sete, the sole administrator, is still very much on seat. It didn't take the governor, it didn't take the president at the end of the month to declare state of emergency. In fact, he did it almost at the middle of the month, 18th of that month. It wouldn't have taken the president anything also to recall that suspension. But up till now, they are probably going on fasting and prayer. Women of River State are seriously fasting and praying on the same matter. Now, very quick one. Why is it that, as it is right now, very quick one, the king of youth, that's Edison Ehis, have been very silent, and the youth are watching very closely. I noticed that Edison Ehis, Oko Jumbo, and the former chairman of Obiokbo, that's Chijoko Hyo, have been very silent ever since Fubara went to visit his Oga, and they have dissociated themselves quietly from him. Though they have changed the Simplify movement, they did not dissolve it, they did not disband it. What's your take on the fact? Do you think Fubara did not make a misstep politically on this?
Well, I think, as I had said before now, we all know that Fubara cares so much about himself, his peace of mind. So personally, I would say that Fubara is, in quotes, not a leader, a political leader in that sense.
Don't also forget that Shettima is now mentioning that the president have no right to even suspend a councillor.
Now, those were the things, one of the worst thing that can happen to a generation is having or not having people who are leaders and who are defenders of the truth. Unfortunately, sorry to say this, I'm not castigating him. Fubara is not a leader that can stand by the truth. No matter what the president, everyone would have genuflected before Fubara if at the end of the day he waited and they brought him in and they sanctioned him. That's talking about they used their Koni way, talking about the House of Assembly, sanctioned him and they kicked him out. I will give him 100% respect. But for Fubara to despise the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and applauded the president for suspending him. That's number one. Secondly, he congratulates on that lie. But the first set of people to be blamed is number one, the Senate, the House of Representatives. You hate what? That's why I want everybody should just watch that video of this person, Shettima. Shettima said why he respects Adoke, Mohammed Adoke, was because he was the one that stood firm and advised the president that it was unconstitutional for you to suspend even an elected councillor during Jonathan's time. Which Jonathan at the point saw reasons with him because he had no foundation in the Constitution. The Senate, who we know they are the makers of the law, they would have stood their ground and said, President, on this one, we can't stand with you. He gives them that document and says, sorry, I won't be able to sit on this because I know this will haunt me. And they think everything ends now. Adoke did that many years ago. Let's call it the last 10 years. What's his name? The Senate president, the Speaker, Abbas, and Gospel Akpabio. The next 10 years, I can assure them they will not be in power. Those things will wear the clothing of a human and will appear before them. They won't be able to lift up their face and look at Nigerians because of that action. There are things that you don't look at the now, you look at the future. The future is far more important. Look at the kind of statement that Shettima made. Said, that is what gave me respect for these people, Adoke. We don't know who Fubara is, or we don't know who from his lineage will one day become the president of Nigeria. And then they mention you as a Senate president. He said, I can never respect that man, that old man. I can't respect him. Was he not the one that trampled on our constitution? Was he not the one that went again? I mean, all of that put together, what Shettima said yesterday was like, I believe that Fubara, when he hears it, he will like, why didn't I stand strong?
That's all. It's general.
Just stand strong.
Just stand.
Stand and refuse to change.
Let them
even if it's going to, you understand, even if it's going to be the next 6 months or it surpasses the 6 months, there's no peace. You wait, brother. No be police governor position being put food on your table from the beginning of your life till now. And guess what? People would have respected him for that. For the rest of his life, he would have earned my respect and countless Nigerians. He has not seen anything yet from the River State people. The day he will hand over power to another governor of the state, Fubara will appear and even a child will not respect him, especially those who understand what it means for you to be part of those who speak down on our constitution. It is his life. I cannot say anything, but thumbs up to Adoke, the likes of Adoke and, even Shettima when he spoke up. I believe he wasn't intentional for him to say those things, but it was a nail on the head of this administration that you have done something wrong. And you said something about the fact that they have brought in, peace has returned. I want the president to conclude that 6 months in Rivers State. Let them know that you handed over the key to him. So it is discretion whether there is peace or there is no peace. What must happen to the end. I don't wish to even see that state of emergency being lifted. Let it wait for the After all, the civil servants are still being paid, so we are happy. Let the state house of assembly, who were liaising with the other man, whom they call their God, let them come to a point where they know that this our Oga who claims to be God, there is a limit to his power, because it as though when he speak, the whole Nigeria shake. Oh, let them come to terms with it and let them see their food. I mean, you don't follow people to the dish. Yes, we talk about political loyalty, but at the point, you need to have an ideology for yourself, knowing that after now there's life ahead of us. So I wish that the president will forget about what did he say? He said 6 months. 6 months. Make 6 months finish. I beg. Make 6 months finish. Let all of them keep waiting. 6 months. Let it, whether River State want to full everywhere, let it full. We want to see the climax of all of this thing, so that tomorrow another person will not have that kind of attitude towards the truth of the Constitution.
I believe 2 wrongs don't make a right. This is my personal opinion. Much as I feel that my colleague is just getting all vexed because Fubara did not stand for the truth. But I believe 2 wrongs don't make a right. Unfortunately, the deed has been done. I also believe that Fubara should have stood strong. Many Nigerians were watching. You can imagine what Shetima is saying. They was expecting him to stand tall. Personally, I would have expected Fubara to, if they suspend you, stay suspended.
Stay suspended.
The truth is, posterity will speak and will speak in your favor. Men are mounting. You can imagine this in a heat. You can imagine the likes of Okojombo, the likes of Chijoke Hyowo.
Deflated the political destiny of all those people.
They are all quiet.
He was thinking that they are taking advantage of
Honestly,
how are they taking advantage of you?
No, they're all quiet. The funny part of it all is that come 2027, men will mount. There's an ADC coalition coming in that APC, PDP stalwarts don't have a stake in it. What I mean is that Wike does not have a stake in ADC. They will pick forms in that place and they will test their popularity. And I can tell you for free, Edison in the East is loved in River State. Youth love him. They call him the king of youth. Whenever you hear me use the word king of youth, I'm referring to Edison in the East. Loved by many. I tell you, come 2027, men will mount in River State. And Fubara will see that which he has not seen politically from these guys.